Good morning, and thank you for tuning into episode 47 of Soul Shine. I'm your host, Serenity Jenny. I love listening to the birds sing in the morning. It makes my day. It's like 7 a.m. Western Pennsylvania. Today is Tuesday, May 22nd, and it's raining. Go figure. Our grass is crazy. I think I've mowed it. My son's mowed it. I don't know how many times we mowed it, maybe twice this week, but it's been crazy here. It's been raining, but I'll be honest with you, I'm so super excited to have nice weather. I love it. I love being in the sunshine. That's the light that I need. And in southwestern Pennsylvania, sometimes we don't get a lot of sunshine over the winter. It's a little crazy. So it's an awesome time of year. You're going to hear the birds singing in the background. It is natural sound effects for you. So I'm on my deck and I'm doing the podcast, having my coffee here in the morning. And, I just want to talk a little bit about living on purpose. And I don't actually mean living in congruence with what your soul's path is. I mean living on purpose, like deliberately living. Most of you know that I have had probably more than 5, but 5 that I completely can recall, near-death experiences where I have stepped out and stepped back. Each time that I have stepped back into my body, into my life, into breathing, I emerged from those even more connected than I was before. So one of those times, probably the most pertinent information that I got for my soul's path and journey, is when I was pregnant with my son and I was in childbirth and I was having him. I delivered him. He did not breathe. He was born blue. He also had passed in and out. That is probably, in my estimation, why he is so completely connected and just amazingly empathic and just an awesome old soul who decided to pick me to be his mom and incarnate into this lifetime and walk this path with me. So I want to talk about living on purpose because, a lot of us just exist. We get up, we have a routine, we go to work. Do we celebrate the stops along the way? Do we celebrate the mundane? Do we celebrate the green grass? Yes, I was bitching because I didn't like mowing it so much. I mean, my husband probably mowed it too, I think, this week. So we probably have mowed our grass 3 times and it just consistently is going crazy because of this rain. We wake up and it needs mowed again. But I love that. I love mowing grass. I'm a little bit sick with it. I'm not even going to lie to you because I can listen to Audible when I'm mowing the grass, and I can get a little bit of sun, so it kills 3 birds with 1 stone. And I like to multi-purpose my time. So I like to live. I like to enjoy the things. I'm looking at my pool and it needs opened, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like opening the pool, but I really love swimming. And I'll do what I need to do to help my family get the pool open because, I enjoy that. I enjoy this. I enjoy my coffee in the morning. I'm taking deliberate action every day to remain in the frequency of gratitude. Do you ever hear the attitude of gratitude? What that is a frequency. So once you initiate a frequency in your daily life, in the morning, whatever you believe to be God, I've told you before, I don't think it's Gandalf, Lord of the Rings, with a long white beard and a gavel saying, you suck, you don't, you go here, you go there. I believe God is energy, and I believe that energy is within every being. So you have a spark of the divine within you. Whether you choose to live from that place or you choose to live from a different place, that is your choice. That is a soul choice. However, every single person has it. And if it's not there, there's a reason it's not there, because of trauma, because of a few other things. But you can get to a point where, it gets knocked out of you, if you want to say it like that. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about soul loss here on a podcast. But speaking of that too, along that same line, I want to hear from you. What do you want to hear about? Tell me what you want to hear about. I have a gajillion ideas for topics, but I love hearing from you. I love getting your questions. Stacy, Melissa, Connie, Michelle, Jason. I definitely am keeping a list, I swear. But let me know what you want to hear about, because I want to meet your needs. So, and I can talk. Everybody knows that I can talk for a really long time. Oh my gosh, my staff, holy cow. They're like my wranglers, because I cannot stay on time for the life of me. Just so you know, time and space does not exist where I come from. So I have a really hard time staying with these man-made constructs of time. I'm trying to stretch it so I don't go over and don't get behind every day. But yeah, I can't let you go without telling you everything I need to tell you from Spirit. So living on purpose kind of looks like not giving a fuck. Really, it does. I know that a lot of people sometimes think that I'm operating from my ego. I am stepping on people. I hear all kinds of stuff. I am not aware of other people, and I would contest that, all of that, because I have a mission and a directive. I became a Reiki master in 2014. This year will be my 4th year anniversary in November of being a Reiki master. I took that directive very seriously from God and from Spirit to do my work. So I did that. I did my work. And, when Adam and I passed in childbirth and I wanted to be a mom, I wanted to be a mom so badly that I said to God, whatever it is that you need me to do, that my life needs to look like, I will do that, because I want to be this child's mother. I want to have a child. I want to be the person that I know that I am inside. I want my outside to look like that. And I had, gotten pregnant and against medical advice, and was able to get through that pregnancy. I mean, there was some issues, but not a lot on the continuum, not as many as there could have been. And the stuff that they were telling me was absolutely horrendous and scared me half to death. But I just held my faith and my belief, and I plugged through it. And, if you haven't seen Adam, he's like 5'3", thick as a Sherman tank. He moves with purpose and intention, and he's healthy and happy for the most part. And I knew that was my path. And I knew from then on, after that experience with him and having him in the childbirth, I knew that my life was changing. And I didn't even know how. I just knew it was changing because I was a mom. And then I knew it was changing because I knew what I said to God. And when Adam didn't breathe, and I don't know if you can empathize with this or not, but, I couldn't get pregnant for 2 years. And then I finally did get pregnant. I'm delivering this child after a C-section, traditional, no less. So tons of surgery in my history, in my past. So here again, have to get a surgery because of the medical complications, and that baby didn't breathe. It was not like the movies. It was not like, you hear the baby cry instantly. It was the most agony I've ever felt in my life in a minute. If I can describe it to you, it just felt like somebody grabbed my insides and pulled them out, like through my heart, through the back of my heart. I just felt like I just wanted to let go. And I think that that's what that was when I gave permission. I was just like, I'm done. And I did this, and this little baby isn't going to live, and I just don't want to be here right now. And I could just feel myself kind of fading. I looked at the time, and I could hear him. I knew everything that was going on in the OR too. Call the NICU, get the crash cart. My medical training. I'm listening to all of this, and I'm like, oh my God, my baby did not make it. And I told my husband, he's sitting beside me, I said, go find our baby right now. Where is our baby? And I saw his little purple feet. I'll never forget that. It is seared into my memory. And then when I looked at the clock, which said 53, 3-5, I was like, man, I can't see either. What the heck? And I said, I thought I had the baby at 3:30, and I heard Adam cry. Like, all that happened in that minute, and like, I heard him cry, and I felt so much relief. I let go. I thought, okay, the baby's here. I did my job. I'm done. And the last thing I remember is saying, I really thought I had the baby at 3:30, and they said 3:41. You did. Why? And I said, well, that clock says 5:30, and it was my blood pressure. It was 53/35, and I was dying. It was very, very quick and warm, and the OR was freezing cold. So where this warmth came from, I'm assuming it was spirit and angels, and I didn't see a lot. I mean, I felt very white, but, the OR is very sterile and is very white. So I just I was tired. I was so tired, so I let go. And when I let go, and there's a lot of these, like, I haven't even completely unpacked, when I say unpacked, processed a lot of these near-death experiences, because even though I have written the book, I probably need to be regressed properly to process this, to unpack all the wealth of information that's in it, and then move forward. And, that's next on my list. But when I woke up with such an unconditional positive regard for life, and I could see my baby. I could see this beautiful, miraculous gift from God, from Source, from Creator, from the universe. And this little baby looked in my eyes. I'm like, he picked me. So there's an obligation there on my part. At least I felt. I'm like, okay, this has happened to me before. This is the third time. Third time's a charm, right? Well, there's much more after that. But this is time number 3. This is, you've gotten your life back. What are you going to do with it? What exactly are you going to do with it? And I'm going to be the best damn mom and the healthiest person that I can be, because my health has always been a struggle. And, as I'm saying that, living on purpose is something that's in the forefront of my thoughts. And I think, now, am I in congruence with that purpose? Am I living 100% of my life every day? Well, nothing's perfect, so I give it hell every day. I try to give the best I have, the most I have, in every direction that I apply myself in. If I fill my cup up first, I'm better, at a better capacity for those that are seeking help from me. So I feel like that is very important. And I find everything to celebrate. Whatever I can find to celebrate, I celebrate. If it's synchronicity, if it's relationships with people, if it's my child, if it's something fun to do. Life is fun. Life is a gift. Breath is a gift. Breath is a gift. I'll say it over and over and over and over and over. Breathing is one of the best gifts I've ever had in my life. Because when you take a deep breath and you let it out, like, you really fill your lungs up. Like, really take that deep breath in through your nose and then push it out. You're actually resetting systems in your body physically. You're resetting, recalibrating your brain chemistry. So I'm looking at all this green grass. I'm looking at all these beautiful trees. It's raining softly. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm here to tell you, blessing, 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 blessing. Yes, stuff needs dusted on my back deck. Yes, things need cleaned. Yes, things need done. Yes, there are bills. Yes, is this. There's all these decisions I have to make during a day. But guess what? At the end of the day, if I am living on purpose, I feel well with my soul, because I know I did the best I could with what I had, where I was at. And you know what? I don't have any regrets. And people often look at me and say those things like, I'm operating from my ego. I don't give a fuck. I could care less about this, that, or that. Couldn't be further from the truth. I care deeply. But now I just care about myself first. I'm Adam's mom. I have been charged with a purpose, a task in this plane, and it's all about bridging gaps and about being in my authenticity and really just giving from that space, and empowering people, educating